last morning of the gun season. I'm sitting on stand just to see what I see. It's been very poor deer movement. The deer numbers for this area are way lower than what in past years regarding deer harvest and stuff. I did sit out last week with the landowner, and we seen a bunch of does, but every one of them were running. They were pushed out of somewhere. I even seen a doe that had 3 legs. She was missing a leg right off at the shoulder. It was fully healed up. She was still running around. I heard something moving in the woods behind me here, but I couldn't see it. It's about 10 minutes before sunrise. So we're gonna sit tight and see what we see. I just seen 2 squirrels. And they know squirrel season is closed. That's why they're coming out in droves. If I turn the camera down, you'll just see the sun coming up behind me. There you go, sunrise. It's amazing how animals seem to know when their season is closed. They always know how to steer well clear of you. I heard something moving behind me, but it's way, way back in the woods. It's really still, there's not much wind. I couldn't see what it was. It sounded like a deer or a couple of deer that were moving. I see some snowflakes starting to fall. Alright, let's sit tight. Frickin' squirrels. There's something. He's sitting down there watching me. And I'm watching him. It's starting to snow. There he goes. Look at them. They're just taunting me now. There's a gunshot. Just heard a shot there to my left. actually testing out my arm. I made another arm. Oh, there's another gunshot to my left. Look at a squirrel, he's got a freaking cob of corn in his mouth. That's funny. I just heard 2 gunshots from way behind me. One right after the other. You heard the shot actually while I was videoing that squirrel. You heard one of them at least. This is crazy. There are literally squirrels everywhere I look, every direction. Even above me. One just came down out of the tree behind me. There's another one right there. There's another one over there. Amazing. But no deer. The deer around here now. This is the last day of the gun season, so we've had 2 weeks of gun season. And the deer were pushed hard. Most guys do drives here for gun season. It's not like hunting during the archery season. I can see 3 squirrels at the same time. You've got to be kidding me. It's trying to snow. It's snowing on and off. Probably, I can see my breath. You might not pick it up on the camera, but it's pretty cold. All right, back to watching. Well, I've just seen a nice buck behind me. He's cruising the ridge on the opposite side here. Nice mainframe, mate. The first thing I seen was his antler. Because it's bone white. He's just cruising along the ridge behind me. He was about 200 yards from me. Too far for me to video. I could only see bits and pieces of him anyway. I did get a good look at his rack though with my binoculars. Man, he was just cruising along. That's good. That's the first deer I've seen this morning. And 5 million squirrels. That's a nice buck. That's good. Oh, here's a deer right here. day. I just had a little yearling walk right under my stand. I can still see her. Here. Pistol range stuff. But it was a very small little deer. Yeah, she came right past me at 15 yards. I let her walk. I had video two of them earlier on. They came down into the field. They didn't seem, I don't know, they didn't smell me because the wind is not going that way. They didn't like something, they turned around, took off. I still haven't seen that buck anymore. Again, he's staying in the woods down there. Oh, we had some action at least. That's good. All right, let's keep watching. All right. Sun is up now. Behind me, you can see it. Give you a little bit of an update. We've seen a few deer, as you'll see on the video. I seen one nice buck, but he was a long way off. He was about 250 yards through the woods. I seen 4 other does. I had one little yearling walk right under my stand. If it had been a bigger doe, that would have been a different outcome, but that little deer needed another year yet. Yeah, I have heard some shooting. The sun is reflecting on it. I have heard some shooting this morning across the street, but not too much. Not too much. It was a good morning anyway. We had some action. The wind is picking up now. The sun is out, the clouds have gone. But it hasn't warmed up. I'm gonna sit a little while longer and see if we have any action. But it's already been a good day. It was actually this time last year I shot that buck with my shotgun. Last day. Hear the crows going nuts. There's a big flock of crows actually just flew over me. All right, let's continue the wait. you some tips. Staying in tree stands all day long. And it can be hard, especially in late season when it's cold. As you can see from me, look at what I'm wearing. I have like 4 layers of clothing on. It's better to layer up than to even wear one light layer and one heavy layer. I go 2 or 3 light layers. Now I have a light jacket, t-shirt, light jacket. I have a one-piece suit. It's a Cabela's Dry Plus suit. It's windproof, waterproof. It's made of like a fleece material almost, so it's quiet to move in. It doesn't make noise, but that really helps. And then I have my jacket, my orange jacket. In PA, you have to have orange on your head and your chest for gun season. And for early muzzleloader season. I don't need it in the late muzzleloader season for flintlock. But any gun season or an overlap with bear season and for firearms, basically just for firearm season you have to have it. But it helps a lot if you layer. This morning when I was here it was probably 15 degrees, 20 degrees. The wind chill brings it down a little bit more. So it's one thing when you're moving around, but when you're sitting still all day, that can be hard. That can be hard. You get cold, your hands get cold, your feet get cold. Do not underestimate your feet. Even if you're gonna sit in a tree stand, get the heaviest pair of boots, insulation, the heaviest insulated boots that you can wear comfortably, because your feet will freeze when you're sitting still, especially when you're off the ground and you're sitting up high. Your toes go they go numb. Your hands too. You can see here my gloves. I really like these. I think they're from Cabela's as well. Yeah, they're Cabela's too. It's a mitten. It's windproof and waterproof. They have little magnets in it. You can see there's a zipper pocket in it. So if I need to shoot quickly, I can unfold my fingers so I can work my camera, or I can shoot, with one bare finger. I don't like shooting with gloves. I like to be able to feel that trigger. Although you're not gonna feel the trigger if your fingers are purple. These work really well. It has a zipper pocket in the front here, and it unzips. Has a little pouch for a hand warmer. See, the hand warmer goes inside. Camouflage hand warmers. How freaking cool is that? So this really helps, combat finger cold. Because that's the first place it's going to suffer. Is you see it has a little magnet, so when you open it, it stays open. It doesn't close. They stick together. The magnets stick together. See, so it stays back. But yeah, your fingers and your feet are the first thing that's going to suffer. It can be pretty brutal. I also have a hot drink with me. That helps as well. If you're sitting a long period of time, you're going to sit all day. Yeah, you got to do what you can to keep warm. Hand warmers work really well. You can get suits now too that are heated. So they run on batteries like portable drill batteries, portable power tool batteries. And they actually heat up the whole jacket or gloves or whatever it is you're wearing. Those are pretty nice, but they're expensive. I still hear those crows. Yeah, it's an important tip. You're not going to sit in the stand all day if you don't stay warm. You gotta stay warm. You see, I had the fleece on my face, my hat. My Lucky Bone Collector hat. I actually bought this off of Michael Waddell himself at the sports show in Harrisburg. Bought it right off the Bone Collector himself. then he's shooting. We're gonna still a little while longer. I just bumped a big old doe. She was laying and she was bedded in the corn here, about 10 foot inside the corn. She was on her own. She took off down into the woods there behind the pond. She stopped and looked at me on the inside of the woods there. Boy, she was pretty close to me. She was only about 5 or 6 yards inside the corn. But she held tight. I was almost right on top of her. No bucks though. Let's see if we can find anything else. Okay, back on the stand. Had a little walk around. Seen 2 more deer, both does. One big doe that I bumped out of the corn. And then I seen another smaller doe on the other side of the farm. I also went to check my trail camera cards. There's a trail out of the corn down here. That's probably 60 yards from my stand here. And it comes right down a hollow in the hill. And the deer like to travel in that spot. So there's a big oak tree at the end of it. And I had the camera hanging on the oak tree. I just checked it, got 2 pictures of nice big bucks. And there's a bunch of doe pictures too. The one buck that looked like he had his mouth open, looked like he was running. He probably came from over the hill. Yeah, 2 good looking deer. It's good to see that some of the bigger bucks are making it through the gun season. That's what I wanted to see. As you can see, the sun went back in. Didn't stay out for too long. Alright, we'll sit the evening and if something comes out, I'll see if I can get off. Well, we have about an hour of light left. Maybe a little less than that. I haven't seen any more. I've seen more squirrels, but I haven't seen any more deer. The temperature's going down. You can feel it. The sun is up on the opposite side of me now. It's on its way down. You can see behind me the corn is still up. The farmers, they're behind. They're still taking in soybean. They had so much rain. They're delayed. I haven't cut the corn yet. I'm gonna sit tight for a little while and see if anything else decides to come out. If not, we've already had a good day. I seen that one nice buck, and I seen 6 does. I had that one yearling right under the stand. That'll be a good deer for next year, as long as it stays away from the highway. Yeah, I had a great season this year. Great deer season this year. I cannot complain. I hope you've enjoyed the video of some deer action, last day rifle season deer action. And if I see anything else, I'll try and get it on video, but if not, thanks for watching the video. Maybe we'll be back out again for late muzzleloader season, late archery season. Might have some snow on the ground. It really tried hard to snow today, but it didn't. All right, let's see what we see.